What is this? What is this? What is this, honey? What is this? What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Mecca, where I do a little bit of everything. If you're new here, welcome to the team. Welcome to it. Today, we are here to talk about Tiny Pretty Things on Netflix. I live in Brooklyn, New York. I also live with 4 other roommates. You will be hearing noise in the background. You're going to be hearing people talking in the background. You're going to be hearing the police because they're really out here today. And you're going to be hearing the train. But anyways, let's get into it. Before we begin, actually, I just want to know, did anybody else have a hard time getting through? I mean, a really, really hard time? Or was it just me? Was it just me? Don't get me wrong, it was a very entertaining show, but at times it was just very unbearable, especially because of certain characters, because of certain situations. I will pause in the middle of an episode and just go about my day doing something else. This was very hard for me to get through. Usually I can binge in 2 days, 3 days tops. This took me a week. Some of y'all will say, oh, a week? That's quick. For me, Mecca Christie, that's pretty long. It was only 10 episodes. It was really a struggle. So let me know down below if y'all feel the same as me. But anyways, we're still gonna get into these characters. I'm also gonna let you guys know from the jump, a lot of these characters, you will be hearing me say that they are going to hell, because it's true. It simply is true. Most of these characters will be going to hell. So I was going to split it like I did in my last video for Grand Army as the best characters and the worst characters. But there are just so many complexities to a lot of these characters that it's hard for me to just slam the gavel and just be like, you're going to hell. So I'm also going to be doing thin ice category, so best character, worst character, thin ice character category. I don't know. Thin ice will basically just mean you're not really going to hell. You're maybe in the waiting area towards hell, but you're not immediately going there yet. You know what I mean? Yeah? Okay. So let's get into it. So first, I'm going to start with the parents, teachers, and other authoritative figures on the show. First on the list, we have June Park's mother. Now, from the jump, I was like, oh no, this lady is trash. Why is she talking to her daughter like this? Why is she not being supportive of her? She's going to hell automatically. That's what I said to myself. But then, as things went on, I was like, okay, when we learned that Ramon is June's father, that kind of saved the show a little bit for me. I was like, okay, now we getting somewhere. But when that was found out, I kind of understood why June's mom was the way that she was. Why she didn't want her to be in dance, why she just wanted her to take her out of that environment. Because she probably saw, a lot of the ugly, especially, with Ramon's self. She probably didn't want them to ever meet, didn't want them to ever cross paths. And so that's why she kind of was trying to, pull her out of that. It just didn't come out right. I understand, she's probably scared for June to get wrapped up with Ramon and all this ugliness in the ballet world, but you can't do that in a negative way. Your child still needs your support no matter what. And you over here, you're always in the background. I'm not paying for you to be in the background and blah, 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 blah. That hurts. I'm sure it would help June even more if her mom was more supportive, which she was. She did come through in the end with the support, which I was like, good, because she should not have had to emancipate herself for you to, want to be there for her. In the end, I'm just happy they got there, because I feel like everybody needs a good relationship with their parents. Everybody needs, everybody should have that. But also, I'm like, how old was Ramon when, because I think he was a prostitute back then. So how old was he when y'all was doing what y'all was doing? There's a lot of on this show for me. It's a little too much, actually. Like, it's very disgusting. So I'm not gonna assume because they don't say how old he was, but I mean, like, he looks maybe like late 30s, early 40s. This was 18 years ago. I don't know. I'm not a mathematician. Hopefully he was of age, but that's not, I don't know. I'm gonna put June's mom in the best category. I think she started off awful, but I totally understood when it came out that Ramon was June's father. Oops. So I kind of was like, I kind of got it. So I'll go ahead and put her in the best character category. Next, we have Katrina Whitlaw, which is Bet and Delia's mother. She's automatically going to hell. First class ticket, no waiting room. That woman is trash. She's the worst mother I probably ever saw on television. How are you going to be okay with your youngest daughter taking the rap for an attempted murder charge that your oldest daughter did just because she's a famous dancer? Bet is like on the rise. Bet is not a bad dancer. Let me also say, before I continue, all these characters on the show, all the actors, everybody, phenomenal dancers, like incredible dancers. I don't know much about ballet. I don't know much about the technique, but everybody was on 10. Like, I was like, wow, at some points. Like, this is like mad beautiful. I just don't like parents who just obviously have a favorite. You know, you can have a favorite, but don't ever tell them that. You know what I mean? Like, it's mad obvious that Delia, she was like, girl, listen, Delia, you know, she's already established. She's a great dancer and everything. You a minor, you'll be all right. She will not be all right. They kept saying, you're a minor, you know, it'll be no charge. You'll be back in the academy. First of all, she will not be back in Archer. They would not let her back in for an attempted murder, especially if Cassie is still going to the school. They're not letting her back in any academy. So they was wild for that. I hope she does not run the school. I don't know what makes her think in her mind that she's qualified to even run the school. Also, like, she knew that Delia was the one who did it. And when the cops and everybody was looking at Bet, she ain't even do nothing. She was letting it rock. And then she was like, I never thought that they would come for you. How didn't you think that? By sending that list, that would not make her a target. She was up next for being the lead role in Sleeping Beauty, whatever it was. Why would you not think that would not make her a prime suspect? It's the lies for me. Katrina automatically, without a doubt, she's going in the worst character category, without a doubt, no question. Next, we have Nevaeh's mother, Miss Stroyer. First of all, when I saw her, I was like, that's Ronnie from Schitt's Creek. We love to see it. Hey, girl. I love her. I loved her. Easily, I think she was the best character on this show for me. I loved her. She came out of jail and she just had this positive energy. Like, I mean, I'm sure because she was happy to be out of jail, but like, I understand the disconnect that Nevaeh felt. I'll get to her. No matter the circumstances, it's hard to not live, you know, with a parent. Like, you miss out on certain things. They're not around for certain things. So I understand you start to kind of have that resentment a little bit. But I loved her. Like, I'm sorry. She shouldn't have been in jail in the first place. That was self-defense. You hit my son, I'm killing you. And that's it. She shouldn't have been in jail for that. I'm sorry. I mean, it's sad that he died, but why are you hitting children? And then on top of that, her son got shot because her son can't walk because the police. Woo, Lord have mercy. That's just so sad. I loved her. She was so happy seeing her dance, seeing her do the music video. And Nevaeh would just be like, nah. And I'm like, girl, what are you doing? Like, she's out now. Take advantage of that. Like, your mom is here now. We know. Okay, we'll get to Nevaeh. I'm sorry. But Miss Stroyer, love you, girl. Happy that you out here. That scene and everything, when they were at court, beautiful scene. So good. Woo! Brought, that part brought a little bit of tears in my eyes. Like, that part was very good. She's going in the best character category. Top 2, and she ain't 2. Next, we have Mr. Renfrew. I think that's how you say his name. Mr. Renfrew, the wrench, and Mr. Brooks. They are husbands. All right, so Mr. Renfrew. I liked him. You can tell he actually cares about these students. He doesn't look at them as just like a paycheck. He doesn't treat them like trash. He actually takes care of them. I wish that he was more strict on Bet and her foot, because he could tell that something was off, but she just be lying. She's a psychopath. She be lying. Let me not call her that, because I don't know her story like that. But nah, she is. I wish he was a little bit more strict on that. I feel like he's like a little bit lenient, which is, it's okay, but like, I loved that he was there for June in the end to help her be emancipated. I did like that. I like how he be running up on Ramon. Every time Ramon be like coming at Mr. Brooks, he be like, is there a problem? I'm like, yes, the wrench. Get your man away from him. Like, and then Mr. Brooks. Obviously, he and Ramon have some sort of past. I don't know nothing about that. At first, I thought Mr. Brooks was kind of like an asshole, just like one of those mean, terrible teachers, whatever. But when he had that conversation with Shane about why he's, distant from his students, I 100% understood immediately, because people are sick. People will make up all kinds of things about someone just because they're gay, just because they're whatever. And it could really ruin someone's life, ruin someone's reputation, ruin someone's career. So I understand that he just like rather have that distance so that there's nothing that could ever be brought up or misconstrued and ran with, you know what I mean? So I understood that. I was like, it's sad, because Shane was right when he said it shouldn't be that way, but it is that way. Like, that's how it is out here. I understood why he was the way that he was, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna let you rock. I really do hope that Mr. Brooks runs the school. I can see the vision. He has the discipline. He knows the school. Like, he has the background. He has the resume. Like, I can see it. When the wrench, whatever, brought it up, I was like, you know what? That's a good idea. Get Madame Dubois' ass out of there. And I will put them both in the best character category. Next, we have Madame Dubois. Y'all already know this lady, she going straight to hell. First class ticket. Need I even say more? She's disgusting. She's worse. She's a racist. She only brought Nevaeh to school. This was her thought process. Okay, I need to do something to distract what's going on with Cassie and everything at the school. Okay, let me get this poor black girl. Let me pluck her from the hood, from Compton, even though she's fucking from Inglewood. Let me pull her from Compton and give her a underdog story. Oh, poor black girl whose mom is in jail, but they didn't know that. Whose mom is in jail from the hood. She's a ballet girl. She's the new face of ballet. Like, it's the racism for me. You didn't do that out of the kindness of your heart. You really didn't. You did it for solely business purposes to cover up this mess of a school. She's grooming Caleb, which is disgusting. She knew what was going on at that restaurant where all the ballet girls was working at. She knew what was going on. She was taking payments from them nasty men. And she's just an awful person. Does she care about Caleb? Maybe, but like, when she broke it off with him, I truly think she broke it off because she realized that it was wrong. And I do think that she had an experience happen to her, probably when she was younger, where, maybe she was harassed, possibly even, maybe even, a situation definitely happened to her. And in her mind over the years, she had to make it so it's normal and that it was okay, even though it's not. So after, you know, she had her talk with June, it kind of like made her like, okay, this is not okay. I'm doing this to this boy. I need to stop that. So I think that that was genuine. She's still going to hell, like, without a doubt. And then when it came out that she was messing with Ramon too when he was younger, I was like, oh, you're really going to hell. Like, as soon as you die, like, hell. You know what I mean? Like, hell. She closed her eyes, hell. It's for me, what's going on here? What is going on? Ew. Ew. And then they slept together, like, ugh, whatever. That's not my business, though. They both grown now. But when he was like, you were my first, I'm like, okay. So you definitely contributed to why he's all fucked up in the head. Hope you're proud of yourself for that one. I hope she gets kicked out. I hope she goes to jail. I love what the students did to her at the end. Put her on blast. But somehow I know that she's going to be sticking around. Like, I just know it. But without a doubt, she's the worst character category. Next we have her secretary. I think her name is Selena Covey. This will be quick. She's going to hell. She knows everything that Madame Dubois has been doing. She definitely actually knows about her and Caleb, which is absolutely disgusting. So basically, she's an accomplice and she's going to hell as well. So next we have Tori, who was the RA at the academy. And let me just say, like, she is awful at her job. The students all the time be having sex up in there. And she's just not on top of it. Somebody almost died under her watch. They be drinking and stuff. She's terrible at her job. She's awful. I will say I don't think she's a terrible person. I think she has a crush on the cop as well. Isabelle. Yeah, that's her name. Isabelle. Which I'm like, okay, yeah, that's cute. Okay, but like I kind of don't like her. But she's not like a bad person. She be drinking too. I remember they said she got a little bit of drinking problem. I don't know. I don't really care for her. I want to put her in the worst, but I don't think she deserves to go like to hell. So I'll just put her like, I guess, on thin ice. You know what I mean? Also, I don't like what she did. She probably didn't know why they told her to keep an eye on Oren and Nevaeh. But I didn't like, that was a coup. That was a setup. I didn't like that. You set my bitch up. I want to put you in the worst, but I don't think you should go to hell specifically. So I'll put her in thin ice category. Next, we have Isabelle, the police officer. I'm not gonna lie, I really did not like her. I thought she was very annoying. I'm like, why are you always up in these kids' faces? Why are you stalking them low-key, high-key? When she like arrested Nabil, I was like, okay, this is some bullshit. Like you came up to him, attacking him at the fucking party, you know what I mean? And he got scared and he just panicked and like ran away. And then you're gonna tackle him. Like, I feel like that was very unnecessary. I feel like she low-key was terrible at her job too. I wanted to like her. I wanted to care about her background story, you know, with her wife, you know. I did feel bad about that, but also I was like, why do we need to know this? Like, was it to like make it so we see like how personal, I guess, this was for her? Like, now that I'm thinking about it, maybe because she couldn't save her wife, she felt like she needed to save, you know, Cassie and bring justice to whoever tried to kill her. And I just feel like she just got too attached. I hope she's going to therapy. I really do hope she is. I didn't like her though. Like I did not like her. I felt like why are you don't have your facts right. So why are you trying to arrest every single person when you don't even know what you're doing? You don't even know nothing. You don't know. And then when she went on the roof interrogating that one girl, threatening to push her off the roof, I was like, you're doing too much. You're doing too much. You're doing too much. Was not really feeling her. I kind of want to put her in the worst character category. I kind of do. Okay, I'm going to put her in the worst. She's not on thin ice. She's just the worst to me. You know what I mean? She's the worst. I feel like she can redeem herself if you can actually figure out who it was, girl, and do something You will have my respect, and I will move you from here to here. Okay, I really will do it. But for now, you are here. Sorry. I don't even know why I put this man on my list. Travis, y'all already know. Do I even need to say it? Like, worst, he's definitely for sure going to hell. Like, he's an evil person. Bye. Next we have Ramon Costa. First of all, what a name, Ramon Costa. Like, he kind of sexy too. But no. This man is evil. This man is sick. When he was getting them text messages, I was like, right away, I was like, oh snap, he's probably the one who tried to kill Cassie. That's probably him. He was at like the top of my list because of them text messages. And I'm not gonna lie, going back to Madame Dubois, that was a good little move for her with the messages to get him to stay and do what she want. That was a smart move from her. But he is so disgusting. Him and Delia's relationship, I was like, are y'all together? Are y'all like open? Is it only open on his side? Like, I'm confused. Like, what's going on here? When he was like, you smell like your sister, right away I was like, what's going on here? Ew. I thought for sure him and Bet was gonna have sex, and I'm so happy that didn't happen. But I know it would have happened at some point. It would have happened. Even when Bet came on to him, he was kissing her back. He pushed her off and was like, your sister will be back soon. Like, if my sister was out of town, I know it would be on and popping. So what's that say about you, really? He was sneaking around with Cassie, another underage student. What's up with this? It was in where? It was in Paris together. Like, okay. I wish there was, I guess if there's a season 2, they'll tell us more about like what their relationship was. But I was just very like a little confused. Like, what is going on here? So you was cheating on Cassie. No, you was cheating on Delia with Cassie. Okay, I guess. Okay. I was tired of him not showing love to June Park. Okay. He, like, pick. Are you going to give Bet the role? Or are you not? Stop playing like these other dancers are not all that in a bag of chips either. You know what I mean? Like, what are you doing? I feel like I'm forgetting like a bunch of stuff. I only finished watching this probably like a day or 2 ago, and I'm already starting to forget stuff. Obviously, he's had some trauma in his life, being groomed by Madame Dubois, probably to other stuff. I'm pretty sure they let us know that he was like a prostitute at some point, which is how him and Miss Park, you know each other. I'm sure he's been through it, definitely contributed to why he's crazy like he is. I wonder what else he's done, because them text messages really kept him out of Paris. Like, he was not trying to go back. So I'm like, what you was doing out there? Have you killed somebody? The best twist out of this whole show was Ramon Costa being June's father. I was like, okay, that was a good twist. And I kind of wish he didn't die, because I kind of wanted to see what that dynamic would have been like now that he kind of knew that. What did he say to Miss Park? He said something like, oh, you see she's turning out like me, or something like that. I would have liked to see that dynamic between them, especially if June knew. I wonder who killed him though. Probably Delia. I actually don't know. What if Miss Park killed him? Because she didn't want June to know, and she didn't want June to end up like him. So what if she did it? I'm smart, y'all. I'm smart. Very talented man. Definitely going to hell though. Worst character category easily. Next we have Delia. From the jump, I didn't really like Delia. I did not like her from the jump. I thought also that she killed or tried to kill Cassie from the jump, especially when it was, okay, first I was like, okay, Cassie was like on the rise to being the star. Maybe Delia felt threatened and she did that. That's what I thought from the jump. And then when it came out that Cassie and what's his face, Ramon was having an affair, I was like, oh, she definitely did it because she was jealous. Like, Easy. When Ramon said that about Bet, oh, you smell like your sister, and when he be talking about her, I'm like, why did that not turn you off at some point? Why did you not look at him and be like, are you like attracted to my sister or what? You need to let me know now so we can nip this in the bud and I could be out, because that's not happening and that's disgusting. She was just like, it's giving desperation. It's giving desperation. I know in the end she wasn't here for it because Bet lied and said that he came on to her or whatever, and then they were yelling at each other at the restaurant and stuff, and she left and she moved out of his house, but they still dancing together. So to me, that sounds like you must be complicit with it. You know what I mean? You must be okay on some level with that nasty crap. She's an awful sister, terrible sister. How would you be okay with letting your sister take the rap, go to prison for something that you did? It doesn't matter if your mother manipulated you or whatever. You did it, not her. So why would you want to stunt her career and her growth and ruin her life just because she's younger than you, just because she's not established as you? On the road that she is now, she looks like she's going to be just as good as you, if not better. So maybe that's why she's okay with her taking the rap, because she's like, I don't want her to have the career that I could have had. You shouldn't have did what you did. You should have just stopped messing around with Ramon. You should have reported him to someone, because she's underage and he's a grown ass man, and he could have went to prison. But I guess she just wanted to be with him. She didn't want nobody else to have him. Whatever. You should have took that up with him and not Cassie. Delia, worst character category. She going to hell. Next we have Caleb. Okay, so from the beginning, I did not like Caleb. I was like, ew, you're giving me, like, you definitely voted for Trump. It doesn't make sense. Did anybody see when Nevaeh was looking in somebody's room? I think it was Bet's room, and then Caleb came in and he was like, what's going on? She said something and he was like, what? I'm sorry, I'm gonna say it. He was like, what? Just because you think I'm some kind of brother? Hold on. He was like, what? Just because you think I'm some kind of brother that I'm going to let you slide? I'm sorry. I lost it. Like, I had to pause it and rewind it, and I was crying. I was like, he basically was like, what? Just because I'm kind of black, you think I'm going to cover for you robbing for somebody? I lost it. I was like, ew, I do not like him. Ew. He came a long way though in the end. Like, I was like, what is this? What is this? What is this, honey? What is this? I liked his and Nabil's relationship in the end. I liked their friendship in the end. Caleb was wilding though. He was saying some out-of-pocket stuff in the beginning. And it was like, it's giving me Trump. It's giving me Texas. It's giving me red state. It's really giving me red state. But in the end, I liked his and Nabil's relationship. I liked the dance they had together. I thought that was really nice. I liked their dynamic there in the end. He was kind of looking out for him. Caleb, Madame Dubois. Really? Like, that's what we doing? You hitting that? Her over there? It should not be happening. You are underage. She's grooming you. I know in your head that you think that she, cares about you, and you are the one who pursued her. So she's not in the wrong and stuff, but she is, because she's the adult and you're the child at the end of the day. You may know it's wrong, but she is the authoritative, okay? She's authority. She's an adult. She knows that it's wrong. She knows the complications that you will end up having, if not already, down the line. And yet, she's still doing it. I mean, they ended it, but she was still doing it. I hate how in the end he came in the group and was like, yeah, I'm gonna do his accent. Yeah, I don't even know what he said, but yeah, you're gonna stay, Madame Dubois. We're gonna make sure you stay up in here. I'm like, ew, Caleb, now you're going back to Red State. What are you doing? I think Caleb is an okay person, but I gotta put him in the worst character category. I have to. Like, He's a mess. I like how he was there for Nabil, but he a mess. I'm gonna go ahead and put Caleb in the worst character category. Next, we have June Park. You know, I at first didn't really like June that much because she was just so gullible. She was just, what's her name, sidekick, Bet's sidekick, when Bet was saying stupid stuff. And I didn't really like her. I was like, how are you just automatically going to assume that it was Nevaeh who locked you up on the roof? Why don't you use your brain and think, okay, who would want me out of this? When you saw Bet and who was it, Oren, dancing, you should have put it right there together. Wait a minute. It was y'all. How do y'all know this dance? It was you. That was kind of dumb of her to not know that. But I did started liking her. I really liked her and Nevaeh's friendship, but then Bet ruined it. But then they kind of built it back up. Me personally, I think she could be better than Bet. She just needs to get out of her own head. She just needs to be confident. And she started to find her confidence in the end there, which is good. I liked how she chose to emancipate herself, stand up to her mother and be like, look, I want to stay here. I want to dance. This is my life. I don't want to do nothing else. If you're not going to, let me stay here, I'm going to do it myself. That definitely wouldn't have happened in real life. I don't think she would have been able to really emancipate herself. That's just me. But also Bet's lawyer, father or whatever, he must have been a really good lawyer or whatever. So maybe. I like that she reached out to her mother, let her know that she finally got the principal. June should have had the principal. I hated when they would give her something and then they would snatch it back from her. I'm like, this is messed up. Why you keep giving everything to the white girl? Even when Bet was injured, they still was like, June, yeah, okay, we'll give it to you. But like, Bet, whenever you're ready, Bet, whenever you're ready. I kind of had a feeling that her and Nabil was going to happen, but then I wasn't expecting it because I was like, okay, he's like really on Cassie. I'm not mad at them just being friends and partners either. Like, I'm not mad at that. I actually really prefer them as like a friendship and like a partnership. But then, when that happened, when the kiss happened, I was like, okay, I might be here for this. But I like that she was like, if you care about me, you will just let me go. Like, you'll let me. And I agree. Like, she's finally in the spotlight, or, was finally in the spotlight. Let her have it. Just let her do it. She was very brave for going back to that restaurant with that nasty man, Travis, and getting that information. That was vital information too. So kudos for her for doing that. I'm gonna go ahead and put her in the best character category. I'm gonna go ahead and do it. She had a lot of growth, probably the best growth on the show. And yeah, I fuck with her. I fuck with you, June. I fuck with you. Next, we have Shane. I liked Shane. There was a cringy moment when they were coming out of the club or whatever, and there was those guys who called him a slur, and then he was like, this is our hood. Stay out of our hood. I was like, what? Other than that, I did like Shane. I didn't like his and Oren's relationship. I was just like, okay. Like, at first, when I first saw it, I was like, okay, they got a little thing on the side. Okay. But then it wasn't like a thing, really. It was just like a thing. You know what I mean? So I was like, okay, this doesn't need to be happening. You're catching feelings. He's not. You need to let that go. Like, I'm sorry, but you need to let it go. I really did like his and Nevaeh's relationship. I like that he kind of pushed her to see her mom. I thought that was like a real friend type shit. You know what I mean? I really like that. I like how like real he is, honest he is. I like how he stood up to Ramon. He punched him dead in the face. Ramon started smiling too. I was like, you're a psycho. But I was like, yes, Shane, like, period. Like, don't let them tell you how you have to be in this environment. Don't let them tell you. You be you. You be yourself. Period. Him and Dev. I'm pretty sure that Dev is a lot older than him. Maybe not a lot, but Shane is still underage. Shout out to Dev for, getting that information, though, for the girls to take down Madame Dubois. But I'm just like, you're you're older than him. Why are you still messing with him? It just leaves a bad taste in my mouth, you know what I mean? Shane, I would put Shane in the best character category. Dev, I automatically want to put you in the worst because I don't exactly know how old he is, but like you're above age, you know what I mean? So I want to put you in the worst. I'm going to put you in the worst. Yeah, I'm going to put him in the worst because also he was treating him like he's not in the closet, but he didn't want to be like, oh, I guess he was a little bit in the closet. Shane does not deserve that, okay? You shouldn't be hiding Shane. You shouldn't feel ashamed of him just because he's a little bit more feminine, just because he likes to wear skirts sometimes. If you're not with it, leave him alone. That's it. Leave him alone. Don't be ashamed of him. In the end, you know, he kissed them in public, which was nice and everything. But I was like, Shane, you don't deserve that. Like, you deserve someone who's not afraid to have you on his arm, not afraid to show you off. And Dev was not giving that at first. He was not giving that at all. So he's worse, but I'm going to put him on thin ice, I think. Yeah, I'm going to put him on thin ice. Next, we have Oren. You know, it's crazy because I thought I was going to hate Oren a lot. For some reason, I thought like he was really going to be like a villain in the show, but he really wasn't. Like, he really wasn't a villain. I felt so bad when the teachers would call him like fat and stuff like that, and the students would like call him fat. Because I'm like, well, where is the fat though? Like, where is it? Like, really though, where is it? Because you students over there who was calling him fat, I could see it on you a little bit, but I don't see it on him at all. So what are we talking about here? Because it doesn't make sense. I see zero fat. But of course, you know, he doesn't see what we see. You know, he's in his head, and I feel so bad that he's going through that. He's making himself throw up, and he feels like he needs to lose pounds and stuff. And I like that they showed that on a man, because men do go through that stuff, and people don't really show that or talk about that a lot. So I do like that they chose Oren to do that with. In the beginning, I thought like right away that he was gonna be like attracted to Nevaeh, but then a lot of the other stuff started happening. He was messing with Shane. I was like, oh, okay, I like this storyline. But then like when it came out that he wasn't really interested in Shane, he was just using him, whatever. I was like, okay, that wasn't right, but okay. Him and Bet shouldn't have been together in the first place. That was a mess. I don't even know what he saw in her. Awful taste. Okay, did anybody else think that him and Nevaeh also, like, that kind of came out of nowhere to me? Like, they were partners, and then I remember he said something like, you know, if we're gonna be partners, we need to be honest with each other. And I was like, I agree. Okay, you need to like have a friendship. You need to have some sort of closeness so that y'all can trust each other to dance with each other. So I understood that. But then they got together, and I was like, where did this come from? When did this happen? Did I miss something? Like, I think I'm going to rewatch to see if I missed something, because that didn't make sense to me. There was no chemistry really to me. There was no build up to me. It just happened. And I was like, okay. Like, I'm kind of here for it, but I was just like, where did this, it just came out of nowhere to me. I'm still here for it, I guess. I like how he rode for Nevaeh. Like, if she's out, then I'm out too. Madame Dubois was like, all right, y'all both pack your bags. That was funny. But I do like Oren. I think he's a little bit, you know, lost. I think he's likes to latch on to people when he's like alone or whatever, I guess. I thought it was really nice when he told the New York school reps he wouldn't go without Nevaeh and stuff like that. I thought that was really sweet. But also, you guys are young, okay? Like, don't base those kind of decisions off of a relationship, you know? Also, like, how you love her already. When Nevaeh was like, I was like, yeah, girl, I don't know. Whatever him and Bet went through, he was still like there for her, because at the end of the day, like, they were really close. Like, they were basically like real best friends, to be honest. And I like that friendship. I do like that friendship. I'm trying to think what else, but I'm just not remembering that much. But yeah, I think I liked Oren. I have a feeling somebody's gonna drag me for liking Oren. I don't know why, but I'm gonna go ahead and put him in the best character category. Next we have Nabil. Nabil, I didn't really care about him that much in the beginning. I was like, okay, it's really obvious that they wanted us to think that it was him who pushed Cassie, but from the jump, I was like, no, he didn't do that. Like, you can just tell that he did not do that. He would not have done that. It would have been interesting, though, if in the end, that if it was him, I wouldn't have saw that coming, because I was like, he didn't do that. But that's too on the nose. I think he's a nice guy. Cassie was cheating on you. She sounds like an awful person. You came all this way from France to be with her. I think that was dumb. You're very talented. You should have just went on that tour. Fuck her, sorry. Sounds like she was treating you like trash when she was alive. You should have looked out for yourself, went on that tour, got you a nice little check, come back to the school. I liked him in June. Him and Nevaeh, I kind of was here for it. I was like, okay, like I'm here for it. And then it just stopped. So I was like, okay. I'm also not mad at that either. Like, they have a good friendship. Okay. But if it's going to stop, like, why are you messing with June now? You know what I mean? I am very here for that, though. I'm very here for him in June. But it's like... Also, I have a question. Like, so they found out who the other missing piece of the picture was. The picture with Cassie and Ramon. Why didn't they take that to the police? Why didn't they go to Isabelle and be like, here's this picture, look into Ramon, look into Delia, because she's with Ramon, so maybe it was, you know, jealousy. Nobody took the picture to Isabelle. And I was like, why is nobody taking the picture to Isabelle? Which made me think even more that they had something to do with it. So I was like, okay, so they're not showing this on purpose because they want us to like be surprised or whatever. Because if they took that picture to Isabelle, the police officer, she would have definitely looked into that without a doubt. So I'm like, y'all fumbled with that one. Y'all really fumbled right there, because I understand that she was annoying, but still give her that evidence so she can get off of y'all back. You know what I mean? That was, come on. I'm glad that Nabil is interested in June now, but it's like, are you really interested in her, or is it because Cassie rejected you that now you're just like, okay, I guess I'll go to June. You know, I have to side-eye that a bit. I have to side-eye it. His and Caleb's friendship was nice in the end there. His music video dance was very beautiful, very wonderful dancer, stunning, amazing. I'm trying to think of a bad thing about Nabil. I really don't remember. But I know a lot of y'all don't like him, so I've heard. I don't remember why though. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and put Nabil in the best character category. Next we have Bet. This woman, this girl, from the jump, she was calling Nevaeh a rat. From the jump. I remember I paused it and I was like, oh hell no. Please tell me Nevaeh whoops her ass. I know she's not, because she needs to stay in the school, but she just kept calling her a rat. And we know why she's doing it, because she's black. She's trying to call her a hood rat, but she's just calling her a rat. It's the racism for me. It really is. Like, I hate her so much. I do not like her. She's an awful person. She's an awful friend to June, especially. She's fake. She's a backstabber. She's an awful sister as well. Like, Delia is a worse sister, but Bet, she's still a bad sister. Like, you try to come for her man to get a spot. It's the desperation for me. You already have a God-given talent. So why did you need to try and do that? You know what I mean? Like, you didn't even need to do that. You still got the spot. What was that for? I didn't think that she pushed Cassie off, because I also feel like that was a little bit too on the nose as well. In the end, I guess, you know, it's nice that she gets along with Nevaeh and June and stuff now, but like, I still don't like her, still don't care about her. Her relationship with Matteo, okay, cute, I guess, but you're gonna bring a disaster of a mess into Matteo's life and his family's life, and I don't like that either. I'm happy she's not on the drugs no more. She was highed up driving that car and they got in a car accident. I forgot about that. hated Bette with all my heart. I did not like her. If I was on this show, me and her would have been fighting in the bathroom every day. She's automatically worst character category. She doesn't deserve to go down for what her sister did, but also she's a bad person. I don't like her, but she doesn't deserve to go to jail also. Very talented girl, just evil. Just evil. Maybe she'll break out of it though, but for now, worst character category. Then we have Bette's boyfriend, Matteo. You know, he was one of the ones who called Shane a homophobic slur. And then, you know, he started getting with Bette, and I was kind of here for that. I was like, okay, this is cute, I guess. Even though she's just automatically thinking that you're a drug dealer or whatever, or you're poor or whatever, and you still want to be with her, that's on you. You brought her to your family, that's on you. Love his mother, love her. I didn't really like him though, because even his apology to Shane was weak. It was terrible. It was awful. You didn't mean it. If he meant it, then I could be like, okay, I see growth. You didn't mean that shit. They had to force it out of you, and you were just like, I'm sorry. Like, I'm happy Shane like beat your ass. You deserved it. I'm gonna put him in the worst with Bette, mostly by association, but also because you a homophobe, and I don't like that over here. Next, we have Nevaeh. I'm not gonna lie, she is the sole reason why I watched this show. When I saw the preview, I was not really interested, but I was like, I will watch just for her. I will support a black lead forever and always, period. Nevaeh was cool and everything. What really bothered me though was that she was just not trying to let her mother love her. And her brother Tyler said it so perfectly. He was like, why don't you just let your mother love you? I was like, exactly, Tyler, exactly. Also, Tyler, best character category, easy. But anyways, I'm like, just let your mother love you. I get it. You know, she wasn't around and you grew that kind of resentment towards her. But I was like, when she would be like, she can rot, I was like, what? You're saying your mother can rot in jail because she was protecting y'all? That was before we knew why she was in jail though. So when she was like, she can rot, I was like, oh, okay, what did her mother do? And then when we found that out, I was like, Nevaeh, are you really serious? Are you dead ass? Like, are you really serious? Your mom should not be in jail. If anything, you should have been like advocating for her to get out, because she did not belong in there. Her stubbornness got on my nerves a lot. Like, just let her love you. I like how she held her own against, you know, all them bitches hating on her in the school. Bette, I liked how she, you know, stood her own. I know she couldn't fight her because, you know, she had to be careful on how she acted in the school since, you know, she just got there. She was a new girl. She was like the new face. I just wish she wasn't so kind to Bette. I mean, it shows, you know, that she's the bigger person, you know, when she was helping her with her turns and stuff. But I was just like, she's calling you a rat. She's such a beautiful dancer, beautiful dancer. Her face when she be dancing too, oh, stunning. The micros, I don't know how long you was in the chair for, girl. I know that shit took probably like 2 days. But anyways, I liked her energy against Madame Dubois. I love her energy towards her. She's like, you ain't kicking me out, I'm taking you down. Like, ooh, it's the energy for me. It's the energy like none of these other punk bitches could ever. But Nevaeh, you just might be that bitch. You just might be that bitch. You're going to take her down, and I know you will. And she's not leaving that school, period. She's not. I know she's going to somehow stick around at that school. They better not take her away. I thought it would be more of like a competition between Nevaeh and Bette, but they added June in there too, which I kind of liked. I didn't really see that coming. I think Nevaeh and Oren danced beautifully together. Their relationship, like I said, I just don't know where it came from. I'm here for it, I guess. I'm just glad that she finally let her mother in. I'm just glad she finally let her mother love her. Like, girl. Shout out to her for not being afraid to like really go against the school and try to make things right and expose what needs to be exposed, because obviously it's been going on for years, longer than they've probably been alive. It's about time that school be dealt with. Archer needs a full-fledged detox. She also fumbled on not giving the picture to the police officer. Like, you should have showed her that picture. This would have been solved. Oh, Ramon and Delia. Okay, let me go and talk to them. It would have been solved, but whatever, she fumbled. I'll still put her in the best character category. And last, but certainly not least, we have Cassie. This girl, they wasn't lying when they were saying that she was a bitch. When she was in a coma, I was like, oh, you know, I feel a little bad for her. I'm happy that she's still alive. When she woke up, she chose chaos. She chose evil when she woke up immediately. Low-key, I'm kind of here for it. I'm not gonna hold you. I'm kind of here for it. But also at the same time, she's evil and I'm not. Because, I'm sorry, like, this threat that Ramon said to her, was it really strong enough for you to not snitch on him and Delia? Because if you snitched on them, they would have been in jail. So him threatening to hurt those close to you, how is he gonna do that if he in jail? But also, like, just because there was a new queen bee when you were around, you're really gonna put Bet in jail for attempted murder because you're jealous that she kind of took your spot? It's giving psychopath to me. Like, what? I'm sorry. Like, when Bet is cleared, she needs to do some time. Cassie needs to do some time for that. You're pinning me for attempted murder. You know I could be in jail for the rest of my life. I didn't have nothing to do with you getting pushed off the roof. Okay, I had nothing. I could see if I had something to do with it, and then you pin that on me, but I had nothing to do with it. And you're gonna pin that on me just because I'm dancing? Sorry, you was in a coma. What I was supposed to do? Stop dancing? Cassie's a bitch. Cassie is evil. She was cheating on Nabil. I think that she really did love Nabil though, and she only broke up with him because of what Ramon said. But also I'm happy that she broke up with him because to me, it sounded like she treated him like trash. And you did him a favor, girl. I kind of wish he died because she really like fucked everything up. But if she died, I guess we wouldn't have known who did it. Maybe Bet eventually would have remembered, but I didn't like how she tried to come for Nevaeh too. Like, maybe because, you know, because she could hear when she was in a coma. She heard Nevaeh and Nabil, you know, getting kind of close. So she didn't like that. She's like really going out of pocket though. Like, you're really doing too much. Bet she was out of pocket, but she was doing like little stuff. This is like big. This is huge. Maybe she killed Ramon, Cassie, but no, she didn't. I don't think she in a wheelchair. I don't think she would have the strength to do that. And also, I don't think she had the heart to do that. And also, like, if she was going to do that, I don't think she would have ratted Bet out. I might hate her more than Bet. I might just hate her more than Bet. I don't know. But, yeah, she going to hell. She's easily going to hell. Like, as soon as she woke up and spoke, I was like, oh, she's going to hell. Okay. So she's going to go in the worst character category. But yeah, guys, that was it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please let me know down below if you agree with my list. Let's have a discussion because there is always things that I miss. So if you think I was wrong about a character, let me know. If you think I was right about a character, also let me know because I know I'll be right about a lot of things. Let me also shout out to my almost 500 subscribers. Like, that's really crazy to me. Like, my last video I had just hit 400. So, oh my gosh, I'm about to hit 500. And if you haven't seen my Grand Army video and you watch Grand Army, go ahead and check that out. I'll link it in the description box below for you guys. And please do not forget to like Subscribe if you want, but liking the video helps me get it out to more people, and then more people can see it and watch it, and we can all have, you know, a discussion, because I read all my comments and I comment on all of them, because, you know, I really enjoy watching these kind of shows. Even if I don't really like them that much, like, I just enjoy, like, seeing other people's perspective, you know what I mean? Like in the Grand Army video, y'all really made me see things very differently, especially with Sid's character. But that's a whole nother story. Thank you guys for watching this video. Follow me on Instagram if you want, at the Holy Mecca. Continue to stay safe, continue to stay healthy, and have a wonderful, beautiful, happy holidays, guys. Bye.